interest you further?
No, dear innkeeper. We are content for now, thanks to your fine hospitality.
Martha, indeed. After the dusty roads we've traveled the last fortnight.
Well, flattery like that might earn you another roundabout on the house. But do tell me, what brings such fine gentlemen such as yourselves to our humble village?
We're here for a wedding, madam. The bride, whom you see, is... I think you can see it. He's our cousin.
Quite the fool, truth be told, Mr. Barnaby. But that's family for you.
Oh yes, weddings. They always bring out the best stories. I imagine there'll be enough tales to keep the old warm in for weeks.
Speaking of tales, Martha, perhaps we might regale you with one just to pass the time. It's a tale of love.
Love. And ambition.
And don't leave out the whole dash by green and death, Mr. Bertram.
And the fateful transaction that leads to it all. Takes place in an establishment not unlike this one.
But with a lower quality of clientele, and our bricks and harlots frequented the Slinky to properly feel a Hogarth engraving.
Rights and harlots. Well, do tell. Well, all of the guests I met and the feast is set, so I may as well leave you alone.
There was a ship in the storm.
Ah, the shame is that any way to open up a tale. A tale such as this requires vivid imagery. It requires showmanship.
Well, then in that case, Mr. Bartleby, do tell me, what sort of ancient mariner should I imagine?
Picture this. The inky black sea, its waves rising like dark giants. The ship, a brave but battered soul creaking and groaning as it fights to stay afloat. Lightning cracks across the heavens, illuminating the terror on an artist's face.
An artist at sea.
Go on, cousin. Perhaps some Barnes or Wordsworth was set to stage.
Aye, that's scandalous Philanderia. No words will show suffers to, as you say, set the stage for our tale of love, ambition, greed,
And death?
and death.
Go on.
One who was suffering tumult in his soul, yet failed to seek the sure relief of prayer, went forward his course surrendering to the care of the fierce wind while midday lightning prowls, insidiously untimely thunder growling. The lingering remnant of the yellow hair, shivering walls, surprised with darkness howl, as if the sun were not. Raised his eyes, soul smitten, for that instant it appeared. Large space of purest sky, and a short disk shield of tranquility, invisible, unlooked for, providential goodness ever need.
I am but a fragment upon this chaos, yet in this tempest there is beauty, a light divine, breaking through turmoil, fleeting harmony. There lies my destination. Perhaps my art will find purpose there.
Fair coin, kind soul.
May it bring you comfort.
You're no ordinary traveler. Most seem to notice me but little, and they bear an aversion to the astute. Very few are willing to part with their precious coin.
No coin can compare to the fleeting strokes of grandeur of storms and sunsets. The transient speaks to the soul. We are but vessels striving to capture its essence.
Tell me, artist, How do you chase such fleeting visions? The world often turns a blind eye to beauty, consumed as it is by its greed and mundane needs.
Perhaps it is a defiance, a refusal to let moments of wonder fade unnoticed. If I can preserve even a fragment, I've made the ephemeral eternal.
How noble of you. Yet a burden. Does the weight not weary you? To see what others cannot, to seek what they ignore.
Times, but it also sustains me. Each stroke of this brush is a bridge to something greater. And you? What is it you see as you sit here amidst the passing travelers?
Well, like you, I'm an observer. I see the very ebb and flow of life, its joys and its sorrows, its greed and its vanity, and sometimes its fleeting kindnesses.
Perhaps we are not so different then. Two witnesses to life's passing splendors.
Take heart, artist. The world needs people who remind it to see. May your journey bring light in the darkest corners. There is an inn up ahead where the path meets the edge of the city. Do avoid the Count Rockford soup, lest you experience experience to stomach pains.
Thank you for the advice. I shall be sure to stick to the lentil or potato soup.
Welcome, traveler. You look weary. Sit. I'll bring you soup and bread.
Thank you, kind.
Is potato soup not to your liking?
I fear I cannot pay. I gave my last coin to a young pauper.
No coin, no soup for you. Red, you know the rules.
Rofina, he's clearly traveled far, surely.
Surely nothing. We're not the charity girl. Do you think I can afford to feed every ragamuffin and unfortunate soul who stumbles in from the road?
Perhaps then a trade. I am an artist. One of my works could grace your walls, adding to the sensible ambiance of your establishment.
Ambiance? What ambiance do you think these people care for? They want beer in their mugs and meat on their plates, not pretty pictures on walls.
But, Rofina, surely a bit of beauty can lift even the heaviest spirits.
Beauty? What use is beauty to those who toil every day to keep their bellies full? This world rewards strength and coin, not the ideal wits of an artist who has no means to pay his way. No suit for you.
And yet, even the strongest find solace in moments of beauty. It's not weakness to be moved by the ephemeral.
Words. That's all you artists have. Empty words and empty promises. Enough of this nonsense. Rain, stop calling him or you'll be just as useless as he is.
Please, Rofina!
Enough! Out with you unless you have something of worth.
Perhaps his scribbles hold more value than you know.
Fine. Let us stay.
Amita well earned, wouldn't you say, dear artist? But why stop there? Imagine your art on display all over the city, your name on the lips of all, blushing ladies overcome by the ferocity of your talents. Well, I have exactly what you need to sharpen your skill, to enhance your aesthetic. Behold, a tool so extraordinary it transforms your every stroke into a masterpiece.
I've heard such promises before, and they often ring hollow.
Sir, I don't
Oh, but
think you
this
should
is no
trust.
ordinary promise, dear artist. You see, this brush has been passed through the hands of artistic legends. It has bona fide testimonials.
Quantified testimonials, you say? I'm listening.
First, the great Exekius, master of Greek pottery and painting. His black-figured vases had style. He wrote, "With this brush I have captured the gods and goddesses themselves. Each line flowed as though guided by the hands of Apollo." Imagine channeling the divine touch, artist.
Zygius. Impressive words, if true, of course.
True as the stars above, but let's move on. Albrecht Dürer, a titan of German Renaissance art, he wrote this of the brush. In its fibers, I have found the precision to mirror nature's majesty. Each stroke became a revelation. Nature's majesty, artist. Could you refuse such a gift?
His paintings and prints often spoke of genius. Perhaps he saw what I have yet to see.
And finally, Vincent van Gogh, a man who lived and breathed his art. In the letter to his brother Theo, he wrote, I dream my painting in my brush, this blessed tool that paints my dreams. The only time I feel alive is when I'm painting. Imagine holding such a tool, one that carries the spirit of creation itself.
Such an extraordinary gift. Why offer it to me? And what is the cost of this remarkable tool?
A fair exchange. Your talent for this tool.
Sign it.
Review it if you wish. It's a bargain by any measure. You should sign it fast before my master changes her mind.
It is fully.
Sign it, dear artist, and all your dreams will come true. Your name will be proclaimed just like that of Exekias, Albert Dürer, and Van Gogh.
You have reached a covenant. My talent is yours in exchange for this wondrous brush.
Shadowy figure with a contract. Right out. What hallmark of romanticism will your story captivate me with next? Will the artist meet a beautiful young baker and set aside his paintbrushes to participate in a bar baking contest with her?
Mark. You speak nonsense. Will not unrequited love be more compelling?
Think of young Werther and his despair.
Ah, yes. Never story novel culminating with two pistols. My lord, I hope your young artist has more sense.
Miss Bertram and I candidly refer to this next part of the tale as the mistress.
Well, please go on. No need to vex me with suspense.
As you wish, Martha. The artist did not reside in the city long before his talents garnered the attention of Mr. Dunkelhertz, who called and died a tycoon.
Mr. Dunkelhertz happened upon the young artist rendering paintings of the city's architecture. A crowd of a dozen or so passed-bys stopped to watch the artist's work.
A mere exchange of words later, and the artist was under the employ of the tycoon, and had been appointed rooms atop of nearby buildings overlooking the cold and industrial landscape of the city.
There was a desperate need in the city for beauty.
And Mr. Dunkelhertz capitalized on this further.
Indeed, he did. He served as the art dealer. He greedily auctioned off each new exquisite artwork to the new highest bidder, retaining the largest shares of proceeds for himself.
Not shake this sense of foreboding. Am I a fool to believe that the work produced by this wondrous brush is truly my own? How naive I was, enthralled by the sprawling immensity of the city, its endless motion, its mechanical hum. I thought it a symphony, but now it's a dirge. Show the skies where stars once danced. These towers imprison more than they inspire. Mr. Dunkelherz, his patronage at first seemed a gift from God, but now I can see the strings, the shadows beneath his affable mask. The price I paid for this gilded cage. Fear I tread a dangerous road to ruin.
My dear artist, are you ready for your triumph?
Mr. Dunkelherz, I must frankly confess that my mind is overcome with trepidation.
It is simply a case of agility for your big night. Put aside your concerns, as you very shortly bask in the adoration you so greatly deserve.
Adoration? Maestro, I deserve any of it. These words, they're born of a restless spirit. You? What is it you truly seek from them?
See, why success, my boy. The world craves beauty, and with that brush, you provide it. Is it so wrong to reap the rewards of your own genius? Plug up your spirits. Your adoring public awaits, eager to witness your latest masterpieces. The show tonight will be a splendid success, and you shall very shortly be wealthy beyond your imagination.
Well, it means little if one's so starved. I must tell you, this will be my last night in the city. After the show, I do intend to leave.
Leave? Surely you jest, my boy. The city has named you. Put aside your concerns with the workings of capitalism.
I appreciate your ministrations, your continued support of my artistic endeavors. It's just, my heart no longer stirs for these industrial vistas. I long to return to nature, to the sublime and spiritual landscapes that first called me to create.
Think of the opportunities that await. The prestige, the fortune. You cannot throw it all away.
What good is fortune if my inspiration withers? These smokestacks, this endless gray, they suffocate me. I long to return to the forest, the mountains, the endless skies. Only there can my spirit breathe.
Listen to me. You have only scratched the surface of what you can achieve here. Stay, and I will see to it that your share of life's puppets are doubled. No, tripled even.
A gilded cage, still a cage, Dunkelherz. I'll not sacrifice my soul for its bars.
Think this through, my boy. The wilderness may seem romantic, but it is harsh and unforgiving. Here you are loved and celebrated. Do not throw away what so many dream of achieving.
As it just so happens, I have thought it through. My decision is made.
Very well. Come now. The hour grows late and the audience is waiting. I will, however, change your mind on this matter before the evening is over. Come now!
Thank you for the kind words.
Hold up, my father insists I become a teacher like my sisters.
Sensible profession. Teaching.
I suppose, but like you, my passion is Father allotted me a small studio space within our home. With or without his approval, I intend to assign you a lit and give him window for drawing and paper books.
And, where will you be staying?
My mother has family who can provide me room.
But you are just a maiden. It is unseemly for you to travel alone. You best leave the art to the men.
All your passion for it leads you to this modest endeavor. I will be sure to seek out news of your successes.
Thank you. Have a blessed evening.
Artist, you speak as if there is no comfort and beauty left in the city to inspire your wish. Well, I must tell you that your condition is flawed. There remains yet one Calipigian beauty. May I introduce you to Seraphine? Is she not the fairest creature?
Such weird words, Mr. Duncan. At last you get to greet the artist whose character's beauty Mr. Nicholas Garza. His works are extraordinary.
Much too kind. It has become a rather unfortunate struggle to discern beauty here, but it lingers if one looks closely enough.
Because Mr. Garza beauty universal. Am I wrong?
Come now, Seraphina, let us not monopolize the artist's time. To the artist, a visionary who has brought light into our dark city.
To the artist, may continue to indulge in beauty.
Indeed, Seraphina. I feel that beauty has left a powerful impression upon my heart. Forgive me. I must hasten back to my studio.
Do you see the effect that you have on there?
Yes, it really fancies me.
I am here in this city, not running off to some god-forsaken wilderness.
What you ask me is to seduce the artist.
I am asking you to ensure that he sees the comfort the city has to offer. Use your charm, your considerable assets.
I am listening. And in return,
A generous sum, enough to set you up comfortably for years.
delightful lover. I'll enjoy goading his desires. He is a very handsome man.
Yes, yes, bewilder his senses and inspire his brush. Just be sure that he has not learned of our arrangement.
Do not fear Mr. Counterpose. No demure on that account.
Ladies and gentlemen of the gallery, may the auction begin. These masterpieces will not wait forever. I know that some of you were given some money on your way in. Yes, yes. Let us begin the auction. Our first piece of art here seems to be eggs. A wonderful set of eggs. Scrambled eggs. Can we start the bidding at 400 marks for the scrambled eggs painted? Do I see 400 marks? 400 marks. 400 marks? Do you any contestants? I pay how many marks?
I'll do 500.
500 marks! Anybody?
1,000.
1,000!
Oh,
Wonderful.
1,000.
For match, are you going to contest? If not, going once, going twice, sold for 1,000. Wonderful, wonderful. Next up is this cat. Can we start the bidding of this cat at 200 marks? And remember, all of this money goes immediately back to the artist. All of it. All of it.
300.
300 marks for the cat. Anybody else? Anybody in this side? Are we staying at 300 marks for the cat? And going once.
1,000.
1,000 marks for the cat. This is a wonderful evening. 1,000 marks for the cats.
1,200.
1,200! Oh joy! 1,200 for the cats. Going once.
1,400.
1,400! Well, are we continuing at 1,400? Going once. Going twice.
1,500.
1,500! Ladies and gentlemen, I believe this cat is uncontested at 1,500 marks. Sold for 1,500 marks. Our last work. Pomegranates, some glass, I'm assuming. Can we start the bidding at 400 marks? 400 marks, anybody? 400 marks! Anybody? Anybody?
3,000.
3,000 marks! I do not believe there will be any contestants. That is a wonderful offer, dear sir. You are definitely getting your money's worth. 3,000 marks! And now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce to you, yet again, another artist. This one hails from the exotic lands of Alaska. Serving in the once world military, I would like to introduce to you, Robert Ross. Robert Ross, please come to the gallery. Take it to the side.
This painting here is not very happy. So, as the gentleman said, my name is Bob Ross. And I spent a lot of time in Alaska. So the painting I'm going to do today is called Polar Bear in a Snowstorm. We're going to take a little bit of titanium white. You're going to dab it onto the brush. And you start at the outer edge here. You work your way in. Very gently. Rather than dancing, just give this to your friend or lover. Then we're going to take a little of the second white I have. I like to call this white ghost white. And we're going to put a polar bear here. Somewhere down here. Wherever you want to put him is where he belongs in your painting. Because it's your painting. So he's going to be down here for all of you. Polar bear. There he is. He's a happy little polar bear. Maybe he's a little bigger. He grew over the summer session. The last white